Okay, where are we at? It is July 18th, 2021, aka Tisha B'Av, means the ninth of Av. All the miserable stuff happens on the ninth of Av. On the 15th of Av, that's when you have Tish B'Av, which is it's the Jewish Valentine's Day. But anyway, so what am I up to on the saddest day in Jewish history? The anniversary of the saddest days. Well, there's this thing called Babylon. And at some point, the Mashiach will appear. And don't they say that Tish B'Av is his birthday? Well, anyway, I'm out here pondering next to the cedars, or the cedar. I'm out here pondering the finishing touches on a light-based trading algorithm. And I've been testing it with my father and his other son, Michael, over the last couple weeks. And an owl flew by. It was going that way though. And I was like, an owl? I saw another owl on top of the street sign here. I saw another owl, I don't know, during a thunderstorm when I was working out or allowed to work out. Earlier portions of this algorithm. And the earlier portions used light to choose what stock or futures contract to buy or sell. And they didn't give a time at which to exit the trade. So if I bought Boeing, then I wouldn't know when to sell it. Well, what I'm working on now is timing a second photon of light from a laser out in like a lab, a university lab in Australia, which anyone can access it, but a second photon which chooses the exact time to it can be calculated to within 1 second of within 1 second of the trade time, like in under a second. I can say that I can buy Boeing today. Well, it's Sunday, but let's say it's a trading day like tomorrow. I can buy Boeing stock off a signal based on light. And then at the same time, I know exactly when I'm going to sell it. Or, if I were to sell it, if I were to short the stock, then it would tell me exactly when to buy it. You really could go down to not the 10th of a second, you can go tighter than that. You can go to the 100th of a second and then the 1000th of a second. You can actually go to the exact moment the perfect time to sell it is. But of course that would mean there's an omniscient force. And that omniscient force is God the Father, who can control things like Boeing stock prices, or Boeing price action, the price action of Boeing stock, and also if a fucking owl flies by. So I look up owl, I was like, wow, that's the second time I've seen one. What does that mean biblically? And it's shown up in Leviticus and Isaiah, I think a third book of the Bible. I've written 2 so far, but I'm writing a third one too, as well. Damn. Anyway, the Bible says that owls show up, and I haven't read the verses yet, but the idea is they show up when it's totally desolate and in ruin. So on Tish B'Av 2021, 21 years, our 21st birthday after the millennium, coming up on the 21st anniversary of the millennium. Well, kind of not the millennium, but maybe since I got to the millennium, New York City. Anyway, we're in our 21st year here. Wow. So the question was, am I in total ruin? Or is Babylon in total ruin? Anyway, I think about these things. I'm excited for trading to kick off tomorrow, or resume tomorrow. And hold on to your dicks, Wall Street boys. Mashiach's in the house, and of course he's a Jewish hedge fund manager whose fund is overseen by one chairman of the board, who's going to show the world how he trades using light. All he needed to do was have someone plug him in. That's where I come in. Oh, as long as we're here, let's get a history lesson. What happened on Tish B'Av, the 9th of Av? The first temple was destroyed. The second temple was destroyed. Hundreds of years later. And I think it's going to go down that Babylon was destroyed today. So I'm pretty sure it's my birthday as Mashiach. His prophecy states, Talmud, I believe it is, says his birthday will be on Tish B'Av, the 9th of Av. I think that said the 9th of Av. I don't think it said 2 Av. I don't think it meant the 15th of Av. Anyway, the Jews were expelled from, I think, Spain. There's Himmler of the Nazis. I think it was Himmler. He signed the order that allowed for there's a slick little name that those fellow Germans, I'm German too, those fellow Germans came up with, but it kicked off the Holocaust. It basically approved the Holocaust. Wow. Bunch of other shit too. This is an important day. This here, because it's when you had the conclusion of Arsh, which is a light-based trading algorithm. It also means throne of God and represents the highest sphere of the heavens. Dante would call it the ninth sphere. Muhammad et al. Would call it the throne room of God. I don't know what Jews call it. Paradise or something. It's guarded by a flaming sword, but that was way in the past. We're way beyond that one. I think about these things.